But yeah, the recipe of the month is called Sunday Smothered Chicken. And I am very excited to make it. I've never made it before. Every month in the club, I send the recipe along with obviously the ingredients, what to expect, and then how to cook it and how to enjoy it. And so I'm just starting, and I need to have garlic powder. Let's see. Remove my light, by the way. I wanted to make sure my content came out good for later. I need garlic powder, so I have my garlic powder. I need onion powder. Oh, that is not enough onion powder. Hopefully, we have some more onion powder. Oh, we do have more onion powder. Onion powder, smoked paprika. I know I have some here. Smoked paprika, got that. Let's see, cayenne pepper. Got my cayenne pepper. It says kosher salt. You gonna get some sea salt. We gonna call it a day. Black pepper. Let me see. Black pepper. Oh, got the pepper. And all-purpose flour, which I'll get soon. I don't need that right now. I don't like onion, garlic, minced garlic. Minced garlic. Chicken broth, which I have. And then whole milk or heavy cream. I have the heavy cream. And Worcestershire sauce, which I keep. Let's see. It's not in there. Let's find the sauce. Oh, here we go. Worcestershire sauce. And then thyme sprigs, which I have. Okay, so I have all my ingredients. And then, okay. So let's see what it says to do. Pat the chicken dry and then mix garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, cayenne, salt, and pepper. So I'm going to put all those ingredients in here. Now I'm making, it says that this recipe is for four of the chicken. This is where math is involved and I'm about to get upset. It says four. I have 3, 6, 9, 12. So I need to multiply everything by three. So make it teaspoons. And everything is pretty much in teaspoons. One thing's in tablespoon. Okay, I'm coming. Let me get my tablespoon and teaspoon. All right. Got my tablespoon, got my teaspoon. I got everything that I need. And now I need 3 teaspoons of garlic powder. That's this one. Let's do that. Okay, 3 teaspoons of garlic powder. We are making Southern smothered chicken. Should be good as fuck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon, so 3 teaspoons of onion powder, which I already know I don't have enough of, so I'm gonna get it from here. 3 teaspoons. I'm already about to sneeze. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Here's our smoked paprika. So I'm really excited. So every month in the club, I will choose like a seasonal recipe. Let me put my phone in the same place. I choose like a seasonal recipe to make. And Juneteenth is this month. So I thought it would be fun to make a Southern dish, a traditional, you know, Black dish. And I'm in the South, I'm in Atlanta. So naturally, we're going to get a little soul food anyway. And I'm really excited about this. I've never made this before, but a few of the members have already made it and it looked so damn good. If you're in the club, I wonder if you've already made this recipe as well. Because the person who's in the club that shared that she already made it, she made it even before June came because I mail out the things, the collection in the club, I mail it out like probably like the 24th of the month. So it's early compared to, because I want you to be able to have it for the month and have it in time in order to be able to have the whole month to do stuff. I'm looking for the salt. So for salt, obviously it's just oh shit, y'all, we put too much cayenne pepper. We already about to be our mouths are gonna burn. It said a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and I did not do a half. It is gonna be very spicy. Yikes. Whoops. Okay. Let's see, 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. We will not be doing that much salt. Let's go ahead and get some salt. My kid is on his iPad playing a game with his friend. That's a good amount of salt because it says for you to divide it. So that means that it don't want you to have too much salt on any one particular chicken thigh. Also, this recipe is made with chicken thighs, which I love chicken thighs. I hate chicken breasts because it be so dry. And then does it say to do the pepper? So it says to mix the garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, cayenne, which I haven't done yet, and salt and pepper. So yeah, it's gonna do the cayenne. Cayenne is a half a teaspoon. And guess who's not about to take the half out? So I'm just gonna measure it. We're gonna eyeball this bad boy. It should be fine though. It's gonna give Cajun. It's gonna give Cajun vibes because I definitely did not pay attention and definitely put too much. Oops, cayenne pepper is gonna be a little spicy. Okay, got that all mixed up, and then it says to dry the chicken. What am I cooking the chicken in? Let's see what it says to cook it in. Um, heat oil in the skillet, sear chicken, and then it has to be in a skillet. So I think we are going to use our cast iron, which I never use. So let me grab that. I have this huge cast iron, which will be perfect because I'll be able to cook most of the chicken in it at one time. Like I said, um, I have 9 chickens to cook because we have family coming over. Now, normally when I give you guys these recipes in the club, I'm giving it to you for you to likely eat solo or likely eat with your mate. So I'm not assuming that anybody is going to have to make it for like a big family meal. Unfortunately, when my husband told me that we were having family over, I was like, oh shit, I gotta make this enough for everybody to have. So I am going to oil this pan, and it says to use, I'm an avocado oil or grapeseed oil. I don't do vegetable oil, so all is well. It's either this or olive oil, but I think I'm gonna go avocado oil. Make it a little healthy after what I'm about to have them eating. The recipe for the drink of the month, by the way, so here's this. This is the recipe card. The recipe of the month for the drink is like a peach honey sweet tea. Such again, very, very true to the southern roots. So I'm excited about that. I hate touching raw chicken. I don't know about y'all. I hate touching raw chicken. So I'm already about to be washing my hands. I'm gonna take my rings off and put my rings over here. All right, got my rings off. My hands are clean and I'm already grossed out by this. And I'm gonna put the chicken in here so I can sprinkle on the stuff onto it, the seasonings. I know you can't see, I have this bowl right here. There we go. I could never have a cooking show. I would be so stressed. Okay. Got this. Gross. Got me some good chicken thighs. So we're gonna go and clean all the chicken first and then going to cook it. It's cutting off my little light. I don't need that on right now. All right. Okay. There we go. Southern smothered chicken. Gonna be good in a mood. Okay. I'm gonna clean this chicken first. So let's move for a second. Grab you guys. Okay, perfect. All right. clean this chicken up. I'm already grossed out. There's no hair really on it, so that's good. That's also gross. I start seeing hair and stuff. I um I was really excited for the month of June stuff because I haven't really always felt like I'm doing enough to be connected to like our culture. And I didn't even know that like even Memorial Day was based off of something that Black people were doing originally, and it wasn't called Memorial Day, and then they changed it. So like just finding out stuff like that, I just feel like we're blocked in the US so much from heritage of like, Black people are the things that we've contributed. So this year I've been really celebrating our culture a lot more than we already kind of naturally do. And this is one of the things that I was really excited about doing is cooking this particular meal. Because I'm from the South. I was born in South Carolina. Um, and I've been in Georgia since I was 12. I'm 40 now. So I've been in Georgia for a very long time. And so for me, Southern food is such a common thing that we have. Um, but I don't think we do enough in my family anyway with like our culture. And I also don't even know like my ancestral roots. So this month I'm excited to get a little bit more connected to it. I'm getting ready to burn off this hair. All right, so we are going to see what I see that's still got a little hair on it. They do a really good job of cleaning the chicken though. I'm noticing that there's not really any hair on here, so that makes me very happy at all. They do such an amazing job. Growing up, I feel like I watched my mom have to burn off the little feathers so much more. They did a good ass job. What brand is this? Just Bear. I don't know who that is, but y'all doing a good ass job. Yeah, this looks good. Period. I hate raw meat, by the way. This is my least favorite part of cooking. All right. There wasn't a lot of hair to have to burn off of this one. Okay. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and probably season these first because they're already in here and put them in the pan and then clean the next set. It's the easiest thing to do because it's so much. So Southern smothered chicken is what we're making. I'm seasoning right now. I have the recipe that I include in the club every month, and since this month is, Juneteenth, I thought that this would be a great recipe to have. I'm very intentional with the recipes that I choose for you guys for the month. Even the drink goes really well with the fact that I knew you were going to be eating this chicken. So I made sure that the drink recipe was still a nod to Southern culture. Excuse my kid screaming in the background. He's playing a game with his little friends. Little Bucks. And they are loud. I'm actually about to beat him up and tell him to go to close the door. He's in my office, but my office is down here. So yeah, I decided for the club from now on every month because there's so many people in now. We're at over 120 members. I wanted to start doing things where we can kind of see the people in the community. And so going live will be something I do more often to do the stuff from the club in particular, just to show you that these things are not hard to do. The food isn't hard to cook. I'm not a chef or anything. I'm just going to drop these in here real quick temporarily. Let me see. Checking the recipe, it says, okay, put them all in, put in flour, and then heat oil, and then do okay. We still have things to do. So I need a pan. I'm getting this pan so I have a place to put the ones that I already started doing the stuff to. There we go. All right, this is much better because then you have to put flour on them. So I still have to do that. This side don't have no seasoning. Is this gonna be good? All right. Okay, so that's the first set. Let's do the next set. Clean them and then put them in here. So we have people coming over for family dinner, Sunday dinner, which is something that our family wants to do. And this was right on theme with the month too, because one of the one of the rituals is like an ancestral shelf. Because again, it's trying to get you to also honor your roots for the holiday. And so it's asking that you honor your roots. And so I think that this is also a great month for the fact that I have family coming over while I'm making this traditional dish. I've been finding out a lot of stuff coming into this month, like even just about, you know, history with Black people in this country. And one of the things I like about chicken as a protein and why we eat it so often is it was a safe thing for us to have because like I don't know if your parents did this, but growing up, my parents, when we would go on a road trip, my mom would always have some fried chicken and we would have it like in aluminum foil. We would take it on all of our road trips, and we drove a lot because my mom didn't like flying, so we never flew anywhere. But we have family in New York and Cleveland, Ohio, so we would go and we Alabama, and we would go and visit them, but we would drive everywhere. So long car trips, and on our trips, my parents always made some food for the road, and I never thought about how they probably saw their parents and grandparents doing that growing up. So to them, it just felt normal. But apparently, historically, Black people would do that because, there were a lot of places that they couldn't go in that were segregated. And like they were always getting scraps of food at restaurants back in the day. And so and then there was like a lot of sundown towns, so they didn't want to have to stop in unsafe areas. So when you fry chicken, because the breading is kind of hard, because we double frying over here, it would allow them to keep that food for longer periods without it getting bacteria or making them sick, which I thought was pretty interesting. I did not know that because growing up, we did always have chicken with us on the trips, and I mean, cold fried chicken is still really good, but learning this fact, I thought was pretty damn cool. And I just learned that this year. So I don't know if you read that. I read it somewhere on TikTok and looked at it, and I thought that that was really interesting and also just made a lot of sense. And I just love to see how adaptable we have always been as people to do things to make ourselves happy and to not kill our enjoyment because people are racist or whatever. And it made me think about Black women because I made this club for Black women for a reason. I feel like we are very resilient. And I don't want us to just be known as strong, though. I want us to enjoy our lives and do things and that are just for us and simple things like the simplest thing, like frying chicken so that they can enjoy their little road trip. And it didn't stop them from going on road trips. I think that we all have a lot going on in our lives right now with the political climate and everything. And I think that that can make it really, it says the pat dry, by the way, in the recipe, but I think it makes it really easy to forget about happiness and joy, that you still need that stuff, even though everything might not be going your way. Like I know there's a lot of layoffs and stuff right now. But even so, we still have to find a way to bring joy into our lives. And the things that I do in the club is my attempt at that. It's my way of trying to help you have little pockets of joy, to do little things that are just for you. Now, the meal, obviously you're making enough that you could share it with somebody if you're married or in a relationship. It's fine, but it's also nice sometimes to just make it for yourself. Or when you do make it, don't let anybody ask you to make other things because they don't want it. It's like, well, either you eat what I'm making or you get your own shit. Now, for most of the time that I've had the club, I've actually just made the meals for myself because, first of all, my kid's not going to eat this stuff. He's very picky, and I don't blame him. I was such a picky eater as a kid. And my husband travels for work. So usually when I'm doing the stuff from the club, especially the solo dates, I will do them when he's out of town because yeah, I want to enjoy my solo time. Or he also likes he's an introvert, so he likes to spend a lot of time upstairs in his man cave. And so when he's up there, I'll do all the little solo date things because it's like my time, my personal time to enjoy myself. So I hope if you're in the club that you are it's nice that you can make these meals. Obviously, like I said, you can make the meals for everybody, but also take some time to do things where you have your own time and you're only worried about yourself. You're not worried about nobody else. And I know that that might be easier for some people than others, but you still need to make time just for yourself to only worry about yourself. And like I said, these recipes and things that I'm curating for you every month, it's my way of reminding you that you need time to yourself and time for the things that you enjoy without worrying about if it's going to make everybody else happy. Like, it's okay to be selfish sometimes. We make selfishness out to be such a bad thing, but we only do that to women. Men get to be selfish all the time, and we don't make them feel bad about being selfish. But for women, sorry, somebody called. For women, we're often being made to feel bad about wanting to be selfish. And so this club was my way of saying, yeah, no, we deserve to be selfish. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I hate raw meat on my hands and I hate how dirty I feel the entire time I'm cooking. I don't know about you, but I hate how dirty I feel cooking. One of the reasons why I wanted to curate like recipes and different things is because with ADHD, it makes it really easy for me to have comfort meals that I'll just eat the same thing every single day. And I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to catch myself just eating the same stuff all the time, my little comfort meals, which I will do, and I'll do it often. And so I save a lot of recipes from like TikTok and Pinterest and all those things. And I started deciding that, instead of just saving them, which I do all the time, I need to make a commitment to myself to actually make them. Because how many times do you save recipes and little things that you see on like a Pinterest or Instagram or a TikTok, which I save stuff on all of the above, and you don't ever make the thing or you don't ever buy the thing or you don't ever recreate the thing or try the thing. You're just saving all these things as like inspiration. It's like we Pinterestified everything because it's really easy to click save real quick, but then to actually make the effort to do the thing or to make the time for yourself to do the thing sometimes feels harder than that. I wanted the club to be a physical reminder that you should actually do the stuff that you're seeing that you think you like. To make the time to actually do them because you deserve to. You deserve to be able to make the time for yourself to try these things. So right now I'm just using the rest of the seasoning because now it's time to apparently dredge them. That's the phrase that it uses. Dredge them in flour, which I'm going to do. And then I'm going to also heat up this oil because it says to do that now. So let's go ahead and heat up this oil. And then put it in here. So we have a cast iron pan. I have my oil already in it. I'm just moving the oil around because it definitely has not been spread out. And I'm going to heat up the pan. Okay. Okay, oil is officially spread nicely. All right. And I'm going to put it on the biggest eye. And let's see if it tells me what kind of heat. It says heat oil in a large skillet over medium high heat. So we have it on medium high heat. And then it says dredge each piece lightly in flour, shake off excess, reserve 2 tablespoons of the seasoned flour. Okay, so I'm going to keep some of the seasoned flour. So the bowl that I've been using is here. I'm going to actually leave it like this. It's flour. Let's get some flour. This ain't gonna be enough flour, but I have more, so all is well. I don't like old stuff either. Maybe this new flour. All right, we have all-purpose new flour. So I have that ready to go. I am going to dump this flour out. Leonard, Leonard, I need you to take out the trash. My husband to take out this trash because why is the trash full when it's my cooking day? Nothing worse than cooking and your kitchen ain't like clean how you need it to be. Because, like, first of all, why is the trash full? Why is my trash full? Okay. Okay. Go ahead and do this. Trying to open this well. Okay. Bring y'all over here because I need to dump out all this nasty flour and put it in here. You know, flour be flying everywhere. So I'm gonna sit this here and I'm gonna put it in this container and then I'll be ready to dredge it. All right. Why would they make this so hard to dredge? Okay. Can you tell another chef? Okay. There we go. I'm doing too much. You're not even coming out of that. Oh, let me rip in this bag. Okay. 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 I'll hand you a bag, Leonard. Ooh, this is everywhere. Very messy. All right. Got our powder. Where did the top go? What did I do with it? Oh. All right. Oh, this is too much. Okay. So now let's dredge it like it says to do. So I'm gonna move it all right over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and left my phone. Hi. You said you never received yours. Are you the person who emailed me? Because I know I sent it out on the 27th, right before I left for out of town. So if you don't receive it by Tuesday, let me know. Okay, so I have that. It says to put powder, it says to dredge the chicken in powder. So we're gonna put the powder in. Okay, message me, email me. Yeah. Because you guys got yours a little bit late. So anybody who ordered it after the 22nd, I sent all of y'all's out, but it was after my normal time. And then that was a holiday week for the post office. So my thought is just that the post office is taking longer than usual, which is so frustrating. And that's also why I don't wait until the last minute to send y'all stuff, because nothing worse than being excited for something. And somebody else said it, but they were also someone who ordered it after the 22nd deadline. And so I promise I mailed all of them out. But let me know. You're one of the founders. I love this. I just checked my mailbox and the letter was in the mail. I'm so excited. Oh, Passion, you got yours already. So, Passion, you were one of the people who ordered yours late, but I don't think you're that far from me because I'm in Georgia. So, I think that's why you got yours already. I'm not obviously not going to tell everybody your business where you live, but you got yours early because you happen to be in a state that's close to my state. Um, Dredge lightly in flour, shake off excess, and then I'm apparently supposed to put it in the skillet, but I'm afraid to put it in the skillet until I'm ready with all of them. So let me just dredge them one by one. Y'all, I am not no chef. Not look, someone on Substack said I'm jealous. Don't be jealous, it's coming, I promise. Now, again, some of y'all are not as close to Georgia, so it's gonna take a little bit of time to get to you. But I promise I did mail everybody's out because even the person who asked, I looked and found hers immediately, but she was also somebody who ordered it after the 22nd. That won't happen in the future because now, no matter when you join, once you're already a member, if you just keep, as long as you just keep paying your renewal, which it automatically will bill until you cancel, then you'll get it now when I send out everybody's. You won't be, it's not based on when you joined, it's based on, as long as you're in. So don't worry. This will be the only month you had to wait a little bit longer than usual. And also, it just happened to be a holiday at the end of the month, which I was not happy about because, the post office was closed that weekend, and the 24th, which is when I normally mail it, was Sunday. So I already was mad. So I actually mailed them out earlier than usual. I mailed them out on that Saturday. And I mailed probably like 80 something out because that's how many people were in at that time. Um, and so I mailed those out. But then in that short time from, I guess, the 22nd until like maybe right before my trip, so maybe the 27th, 20 something more people joined. So I had to send all of those people. You ordered yours late. Yeah, Passion, you actually got yours really quickly. I'm surprised. But like I said, you're not that far from Georgia, and you also didn't order close to a holiday. So, because you just ordered yours. Because Passion, I actually just sent yours out when I got back from my trip. You're the person who's I sent when I got back from my trip. So yours came, yours was sent way after. A lot of you who ordered late also ordered during that holiday week. So I know that that's why you are not getting yours. And it's frustrating for me because I don't have any control over it. Um, but I also make sure I send it from like a major post office. Like I'm not just dropping it in one of those blue mailboxes. I'm actually taking it into a post office and sending them out. So I am doing my part to make sure that at least it's, you know, getting where it needs to go. Okay, so I'm dredging. I hate raw meat, but I like tasting new foods. And some of the members are already making it and sending me pictures, and it looks so damn good. So I can't wait to try this. Now I'm nervous because this is my first time making this, and it's, family's coming over. Yikes. The cook time that's on your recipe card says an hour. It says 15 minutes of prep time. I believe it could be 15 minutes, but obviously I'm on a live, so I'm kind of like talking and doing stuff, but I know that it won't take that long. And I also, you know how it is with chicken, you want chicken to be pretty fresh. So I think it's probably a good thing that I'm cooking it and it will be like pretty much coming out right when people are coming over. They're supposed to be coming over at like 2 o'clock. My parents are coming, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, and his wife. Maybe my father-in-law's coming as well. So it's a lot of people. 'Cause, I make these recipes all now. Honestly, since I've had the club, I make the recipes up, and some of them are things I've made before. Like obviously, I've cooked chicken before, but there was this one time we had like a curry, um, a creamy curry noodles. And that was my first time making curry, and it was so good. And now I made it only for myself. My husband was out of town. Like I said, I tend to do these solo date things when my husband's out of town for work because I'm already working hard being a single mom those weeks. And so I'm already kind of like tired and want to do things for myself. And I like to make sure that I'm really happy when I'm having to deal with things alone. Plus, I work. And so, anyway, when I made that curry, it was so damn good. I hear my kid calling me. I'm gonna have to tell his behind. Mommy is recording and doing her content and cooking and trying not to stress out. He knows his grandparents are coming over, so he's gonna be spoiled all day. And I fed him and gave him a snack right before this. Okay, my hands are disgusting, so I'm gonna clean these off real quick, and then I am going to put them on the heat. The pan is very hot. I can feel the heat. So let me just do this real quick. Oh, this feels disgusting. And I'm gonna also wash my hands because I'm gonna use the tongs from now on. I don't like touching raw meat, especially raw meat with all this stuff on it. Stressing me out. I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm so grossed out. I don't know about y'all, but when you're cooking, who uses like 57 paper towels? Because every time something gets on my hand, I'm cleaning my hands. Every time. I do not like raw stuff on my hands. Ugh. And I'm not obviously not a vegan or anything. I just don't like the feeling of it. And even just touching everything, like I'm looking at my little thing that has like I'm looking at the thing that has my flour in it and it has like my nasty little fingerprints on it. Ugh. Gross. Okay, so we have our pan of the chicken, and then that's like the step two says to dredge each piece lightly in flour, shake it off, which you saw me do, and it says preserve. Oh, I almost forgot. It says to preserve some of the flour that has the seasoning, and I almost messed that up. I was putting it in the sink to clean it because I just can't not clean things. So I'm gonna put this over here so I don't accidentally clean too much. I'm gonna move this over. I just thought about something. I never put pepper. Girl, I didn't even do the damn pepper. Guess what we gonna do? Bam. Cause what? Like I said, I'm not a chef. I can cook if there are directions. I'm not one of those people who can just feel it in my soul and know what to do. I can't just taste things. I need exact measurements. Heat oil in a large skillet over medium high heat. So let me put it back, the pan back. It's already hot though. And then sear chicken skin side down for 5 to 6 minutes until deep golden. Flip and sear 3 or 4 more minutes and then remove and set aside. Okay, so we're gonna do that now. So we are going to turn you all so you can actually see the cooking part. Move my other camera that I decided not to use. It's hard because I'm trying to make content for the club because I have to. But then I also, there we go. Okay, everybody can see. I'm so nervous about this. I need a separate pan. I need so many pans. I'm gonna clean this pan out. So while this stuff is, this is skin side down. I hear it making a little noise. Just put as many in here as I can. And then I'll set the timer once I get all of them in the pan. Oh yeah, because some of these are cooking way more because this is a big ass pan. And I don't know if you have a cast iron skillet. I buy all kinds of stuff to cook, like I'm a chef and shit. And I don't even cook that often, so I never use this damn thing. So I'm like excited to like use my stuff. This skin is stressing me out on this chicken. So this pan can fit one, two, three, four, five, six. It can fit seven. That's really good. Okay, so I have 7 chickens in here, 5 to 6 minutes. Let's put a little timer on. Timer. You know, we like our stuff a little crispy. I don't play about my chicken, so I'm gonna go. It says 5 or 6, right? How many times do you have to read directions to? I hate that I have to do this. Okay, 6 minutes is on the timer. I'm gonna clean out this pan. Lord help me. I have to flip it over anyway. Where do I want to have a backup space for extra stuff? I guess I can get plates. Let's do that. And in fact, we're gonna just use paper plates because that'll be easier since I'm just using it for scraps right now. I'm just gonna put these chicken here so that I can clean this pan out because it says that you need to take it and remove it off the heat. And in the pan, you have to do stuff. So I need the pan to be empty. And I know that the reason it doesn't tell you to have extra stuff is because this recipe that I give you all is meant for you to just make 4 pieces of chicken. And I'm over here making, a bunch because I have family coming. So I'm gonna clean this pan. I'll be right back. But you can see it. You can see it cooking. Look at it. Look at it. I'm gonna move my little light. I'm cleaning the pan so I can use it. All right. That's the pan clean. Okay. So the fun part of this is that I am actually making both recipes from the club because you know I since I'm making the chicken, I chose the drink recipe because I knew it would go really well with the chicken. And so I'm actually excited to make that tea. So I have all the ingredients for that as well. The chicken already smells delicious. Mm, let's see. We're doing a little something. It's cooking. Looks good. I'm gonna rotate this pan a little bit as well because with something this big, the eye on the stove is not that big. Okay, so this is clean and it's dry. So I can put the chicken here. Did you enjoy your vacation? Yes, I enjoyed my vacation. So for those of you who don't know, the recipe is in your mailer. Yes, and you need you need exact measurements too. I am not a cook, so I have to have exact measurements. My vacation, my husband and I went to Hawaii, which I had never been to. Have you been to Hawaii? Anybody? Sorry, this is so loud. I'm trying to talk. But I had never been to Hawaii before. Hawaii is obviously gorgeous. It almost feels like you're in another country. Um, it was beautiful. However, it is very expensive. Like, it is a tourist trap. And I hate feeling that way and saying that, but I will not lie to y'all. It was very, very overpriced for everything. My favorite days were the days that we did chill things. Like we went on a hike on this mountain in Waikiki called Diamond Head Mountain. That was a gorgeous hike. It's only like, I forget, it was really cheap to get into the park. And I know that that's payment is to preserve the park. So we didn't mind. It was like $5, $7 maybe. We hiked that mountain. That was a beautiful day. We have 1 minute and 46 seconds on the chicken before I have to flip it. And then we went to North Shore on a separate day. We had a car that we rented and we drove around the island. That was gorgeous. Like even just driving around the island was gorgeous. We went to see this thing. I do not call it this. This is what they call it. They call it the Chinaman's hat. It looks like an island that's in the middle of the water, but they call it that. I don't call it that. I get that that's a weird thing to say, but anyway, it does look like a little hat. Um, and that was really pretty. And we had food out there in that little town, and it was delicious. So the food was always good. The people were super duper kind. I learned how to play the ukulele, and I learned how to do the hula dance. All of those things I really enjoyed, and those things were free, not free technically, but they were a part of our activity fee that you paid for the hotel. So I really enjoyed the vacation. And no, it wasn't enough time. 5 days though is a long time. I would say for it not to be like a holiday for us to just randomly go. That's a long time to be on a trip. So I'm very grateful that we were able to take time off to do it. Okay, so it's smelling real chicken right. I cannot cook without exact measurements either. By the way. And I promise you, when I send y'all these recipes every month in your collection, you get a drink recipe and a food recipe. I have both recipe cards out. So this is how the food recipe looks. It tells you what the meal is. It tells you what to expect. So I also need to know what I'm doing, like what am I getting into. So I like to give people a heads up. Yeah, babe, I'm recording. What do you mean? Come on in. And then it gives you the instructions and then how to enjoy it, like when you're eating it. That's fine, baby. And then you get a drink recipe as well. It's a hint about what we're making. I'm gonna make this in a minute. So this is going off. So it's time to flip. It says flip and then cook for 3 to 4 more minutes on this other side. So I am flipping frantically. This is stressing me out. I'm getting popped all on. The ones that cooked like the most, I'm gonna move to the outside, and the one that looks too light skinned, he gonna move to the inside. I don't like my chicken not looking well done. Well done. Liam, also, when you go back in my office, can you close the door? We don't want to hear you yelling at the game. Okay, let's put, I put 3 more minutes on this timer. Like, look at this guy. He burnt. And then this one, look at how light skinned he is. Unacceptable. Liam, can you do me a favor? Can you bring me the charger that's in the living room? Actually, bring me your charger. That'll work. Bring it so I can use it, please. Thank you, buddy. You're like my sous chef. Thank you. He's like, no, I'm going to clean this. I'll be right back. Look at how beautiful my chicken is cooking. I was just cleaning this thing. I have these cute little things to set like dirt, like your cooking spoons and utensils when you're cooking. And I don't like stuff. Look at that. Look how nasty this thing looks. I cleaned it because earlier I had something raw on it. And I want to make sure my phone doesn't die. So I had my kid bring me my charger for my cell phone. Substack, you guys are on my phone. So I wanted to make sure that I don't lose you. My iPad is what I'm on TikTok live with, and that's fine. So let's see what the directions say, because this is clearly not enough time to cook no damn chickens. Let's see. In the same skillet, add onions. I'm not using onions. Put the garlic in there. Sprinkle reserve flour. Pour in chicken broth. Then the heavy whipping cream. Add Worcestershire. And then stir until smooth. And then return chicken. And that's going to cook for 25 to 35 minutes. Nice. Okay. So this makes sense because I don't like my chicken not feeling cooked enough. I'm flipping this one over because it was really light and it's freaking me out. And I'm flipping this one back over. All the ones that look too light on that one side getting flipped back over for just a second. And I'm going to remove them. Okay. So it says remove. And then I'm going to put the next set on. I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm actually going to turn this heat off for just a moment. Put those over here on my little pan. This is, I don't know how people just be cooking all the time. I mean, stuff is popping. Everything feels dirty. Does anybody else get stressed when cooking? I think cooking is so overstimulating. Like I'm overstimulated. Okay, I need to put a little bit more oil. Very overstimulating. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that in there because it's starting to stick to the bottom of the pan, which I know is a good thing. So I want that to be like a little seasoning on the bottom. About to burn my damn pan. And I'm gonna put the last bit in here. So we have, I think, 5 left to cook. So it says bread it side down. So I'm doing that. I hate raw stuff. Ooh. I can see why people who are vegans don't even be with the shits because this is so funny to look at. Me turn this back on to medium heat, medium high heat. I get to spread it out a little bit more this time because I have more space. Okay, all of my chicken is now in the pan. Okay, so the good thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will already be done before people come over. They're coming over at 2-ish. I'm coming back. You know, I'm cleaning things. I think everything is gross. Okay. I cleaned off my little tongs. I just don't like stuff feeling dirty while I'm cooking. So we are making Sunday smothered chicken. So I'm letting that do its thing. I did not put the timer on. So let's put the timer on for just 5 minutes. Okay, that's doing that. I'm actually going to start getting ready to do the tea. So for the tea, it says 4 tea bags. So it needs 4 cups of boiling water. So I'm going to fill this up more. This is not going to be 4 cups of water. Okay. And then we're going to boil this water to tea. It uses black tea. I'm going to throw it on. This is the cute picture I'm going to use for my tea. Isn't this so cute? And I also have, when I bought this, I don't remember where I bought it from. I think it was like Whole Foods or something. I'm not Whole Foods, Home Goods. Look, it came with like these that kind of match it. Oh no, this is from Anthropologie. I know for a fact this is Anthropologie. It also looks like Anthropologie. So came with these. That's what I want to taste my tea in. Is it a crime not to drink iced tea out of like glass? So just prepping that stuff. Okay, so this stuff I'm actually going to put up because it's overwhelming me. I don't need it anymore. So you can put up all your seasoning. I'm going to do that now. Throw this plate away that had raw chicken in it because it's stressed. The next steps involve the garlic and the chicken broth and the heavy whipping cream. So I'm prepared for that. I genuinely enjoy cooking. And because I can follow directions, it usually comes out good, which I think is what makes it so fun. It's like you think that you're not good at cooking or something like that. And then you follow some damn directions, and next thing you know, you're a chef. I always enjoy it. I like cooking for people. For the sides, so on the recipes, I usually give you the recipe for like the main dish, and then you can choose your sides. So I'm going to tell you what I decided to cook with mine. I decided that I would have green beans and then like jasmine rice. And I'm going to pour the chicken stock stuff over the rice, and I'm going to cook it with chicken stock. I think that'll be really good. And then green beans. I would also recommend if you don't like green beans, like something like a Brussels sprout would be really good to have with it too. Um, like a A broccoli casserole would be good with it because it's southern smothered chicken. You could have mac and cheese, duh. You know, you can have mac and cheese. I'm lactose intolerant, so I didn't want to make something that I couldn't really eat. I would be very jealous, and I would still eat it. Hot on me. Anyway, so time to go ahead and start flipping. Ooh, that looks really. Turn you a little bit more so you can see. Bring it closer to. There we go. I wanted to do this on camera and like hang out with y'all to show you that the stuff that I'm sending. Now, I would say last month, which was lamb shoulder, was probably the most cool. Meaning, it sounds like you really got to be a chef to make it. Meal. We don't normally have anything that like unique. Like I don't think it's common for most Americans to make lamb. It's very Mediterranean, but it also was a really good intro to like the spring. And like I said, I give you guys put the timer on 3 minutes. I like to give y'all seasonal recipes that feel like the season. Oh wait, no, what are we doing here? 3 minutes. There we go. And yeah, lamb was like really dope, like lamb shoulder. But when are you gonna just make that on your own if you're not Mediterranean or you don't or Greek or something? Well, Mediterranean, you don't come from those cultures. Like I'm sure you buy lamb. Like I will go to a Euro place, duh. But I've never made it on my own. Even making the curry, like I love Indian food here, but I've never made curry on my own until the club, which was really fun. And when I'm curating things that sound good, but also that'll get you out of your comfort zone a little bit. And I think cooking, especially if you're not used to cooking, is a really great way to get out of your comfort zone. Where is blinking? Oh, it's light above me. I should figure out what keeps going in and out. Let's give you a little peek in the pan. Looky great, looky great. Give you a little peek in the pan. Looky great, looky great. Okay. And then when the tea kettle goes off, we'll make the tea because by that time the chicken should be done doing this part. And I should be able to just go ahead and cook. And so what's left as ingredients is Worcestershire sauce, heavy whipping cream, which normally I would get a vegan. There's a non-dairy version of heavy whipping cream by Betty Crocker, but it's not in every grocery store, which is very annoying. And I didn't feel like going to a separate store. And then chicken broth, the last few things. Not Miss Dirty say, can you hurry up with dinner? I'm starving. You haven't offered me no crackers. I feel really bad. So my mother-in-law's bringing appetizer. She's bringing some deviled eggs. And I could totally see deviled eggs being a really good appetizer for this. I have not made myself. I'm starving right now. And you know how much it is torture to be the one cooking and you smell the food. Because you know I want to bite. So this chicken is not cooked yet. It's just crispy on the outside. It is raw on the inside. And I am so hungry right now. I'm trying to think of what we would have. So in my fridge, I have some prosciutto. And you know prosciutto is really good. So I would suggest charcuterie. I would definitely suggest deviled egg because it's very southern. I don't play about deviled eggs. What else would I recommend to have? Honestly, just start drinking. You won't even notice that you're hungry. Just start drinking. You won't even notice. Um, okay, we're good on this. I'm gonna take it out. I'm cutting this off because it's doing too much. Because one thing about like these skillet things, these can't think of what the term is right now. They get really hot and they stay hot. That's why people love them. The chicken looks good though. I can already tell that they're going to be delicious when they come out. I have one that's a little too light skinned on the skin side. It's pissing me off a little bit. So we're going to just let him, you know, get a little tan, get a little tan. I don't eat no light skinned chicken. All right, we got that. And so the next step on the recipe says In the same skillet, add onions. I don't like onions, so this ain't gonna happen. Let me make sure that I answer this thing because it kicks you off live if you don't respond. Okay, so yeah, I don't like onions and they're gonna upset me, so I'm not making onions. So other than the onions, which you would cook for 8 to 10 minutes until soft and caramelized. Sounds lovely for you guys who like onions. um, let's see what else. Add garlic and cook the garlic for 1 minute. So I will do that, which is here. I got minced garlic. I love buying this brand. And then how much garlic you need? It says 3 cloves. That's a lot of garlic because this was for only 4. I need to multiply everything by 3. So I'm going to put all of it in there. Okay, this is good. Okay, I'm feeling better about how that came out because it was not giving it was not giving what it needed to give. Okay, so it says to do the garlic, and I love garlic. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Yum. Okay, and then it said, oh, there's a lot. Look at how much they kind of play me. It's getting right in there. Take your butt in there. Yeah. All right. Don't worry, I washed my hands multiple times since I've been cooking because I don't like dirty hands. Um, okay. This looks good. It smells very fragrant. It says 1 minute. This ain't gonna last a minute because it's so hot. And now it says to do the heavy cream. Sprinkle the reserve flour on the onions and stir to coat. Slowly pour in chicken broth and then milk. So let's do the chicken broth. For the chicken broth, it says to use 2 cups. Now remember, I have to multiply everything by 3. So I need 6 cups of broth. Since I'm doing about half, now I got to do all this damn math. I because I have more chicken than I'm supposed to. So let's go 5. And I don't know why what it is about cooking where you feel like you're reading it wrong and you have to keep looking at the recipe. And it says to sprinkle the reserved. Let's do some of that. Let's put some of the extra in here because that will make gravy. And so I know that's what it wants me to do. I still will have more for the next batch too, just FYI. It says just to sprinkle some in there. And I have so much left. It says to reserve a little bit, maybe like a teaspoon. So I'm going to use most of it because this is the bigger batch. Okay. And then it says to pour in. I don't trust myself to read it properly. Slowly pour in chicken broth, then milk, and then whisk as you go. Okay, so that was not slow. Pour in chicken broth and then heavy cream. Let's see how much I need. 1 cup. So I need 2 right now. Here's my little cup, my measuring cup. I'm shaking this up. 1 cup. And obviously I need a little bit more because of what I'm doing. Okay. And then it also says to whisk. So I'm getting a whisk. A whisk is probably over here. Also, when I'm recommending these recipes, don't feel bad if you don't have all of these cooking things. I have them, but they're things that I accumulated over time. Like a lot of this stuff I've had since I was in college, and I have long been out of college. Don't feel like you need to go shopping for your home if you don't have the budget or don't need to. Okay, let me see. So I did that, and then it says Worcestershire sauce. Let's see. Add Worcestershire and thyme. Okay, whisk as you go. Worcestershire and thyme. Worcestershire is looking for 1 tablespoon. So let's do 2. Here's the tablespoon. I haven't opened. This is new. The tea is about to be ready too. Like perfect timing, right? It's bubbling in that pot. So now you can see how you're going to feel when you're cooking it. Now remember, you won't have, unless you're cooking for a big family. I don't want to get any of this on my cute new shirt. This shirt is feeling very Pride Month, right? um, but yeah, I don't want to get any damn Worcestershire on my damn clothes. This is not going to come out. Okay, so I got that, and it says one minimum, and then I need another, probably half. Well, no, there we go. And then, like I said, I am going to do the whisk because it says to whisk. This smells so good. I'm even gonna hold you. And then it says to do that. Stir until smooth and beginning to thicken. So let's get a thing to stir it. I don't need to whisk anymore. Let's get us something to stir with. I'm gonna go with metal here. No, I don't want to mess up my pan. Let's go with this one. It is not thickening. Oh, actually, it kind of is a little bit. Not enough. We are making Southern smothered chicken. This is why you also kind of need to make sure you add the flour like it asks. See, it's not thickening. I'm gonna get a little bit of flour, get a little gravy going. Just a little bit to help the process. Like I said, I'm not someone who knows how to cook a whole lot, but I do know what things do when you're cooking. So I know that flour is what people use for gravy to thicken it. So I know that it will technically help this. All right, that should be enough extra. That's not what it asked me to do. Follow the directions like it says. Don't trust me for any of this stuff. This is going to be good, though. I can already tell. Because it's like stuff, like bits of things floating around from the chicken cooking in it. It reminds me of this honey mustard chicken that I've made in the past. I'm telling you, I'm not a chef, but I will find cool recipes on the internet and I will make them. And this smells weirdly similar to how I feel like the pan would smell when you're making like mustard chicken. I would say this is thickening a little bit because you can't see any of the oil. The oil was separating and now it's no longer separating. So I would say we in this thing. And then we just need to put the chicken in there. And then the chicken has to cook in here for 25 to 30 minutes. And while that's cooking, you and I will make the tea. So I'm gonna get this Tom. I can already hear the water start to boil. And let me see if it says face down, it's skin side down. Does it say any of that? Sprinkle in, add, or stir in. Oh, wait, I need to add in the thyme. We add in the thyme first. So it said to get thyme sprigs, and it doesn't say how many to use. So I bought this kind. Um, if you have a garden, you're lucky. Good for you. The rest of us are jealous. But yeah, thyme sprigs. I'm not gonna do a bunch because thyme is very strong. Oh, like I almost dropped the whole thing in here. I'm spreading it out a little bit because, like I said, thyme is very, oops, fragrant. I almost got all them little leaves. It would be all over the damn food. I'm spreading it out so I know that you need to be able to taste it. The tea is about to go off. Okay, I got enough thyme in there. The tea is good. Okay, I got that. I'm closing up this time real quick, and then let's go ahead and do this part. Let's put the chicken in here. It doesn't say to put it face down or anything. The directions just say return chicken to skillet, nestling it into the gravy. Reduce heat to low, cover, and simmer for 25 to 30 minutes until chicken is cooked through and gravy is rich and glossy. Okay, that's what we're doing. I feel like this is going to taste delicious. I'm actually really excited. I can already tell that it's going to be good. I'm gonna see how many I can fit into this pan now. I don't think this is upside down. It is. Whoops. And it says to make sure it's in the gravy. Make sure it's getting, enough of the gravy, which I am. Put some of these bigger ones. This is gonna be good. I'm excited about this. Are you excited to cook this? This is gonna be good. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, the same seven fit. One, two, three, four, five. And I have 5 left to cook. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure that, you know, each one is really getting its gravy. Spread them out a little bit more if I can. I have the biggest one in the center because the center seems to cook more, and I want to make sure it cooks. It says lower to low heat. So I'm on the low setting, and it says to cover. This is a big ass pan. I don't think I have a top for this. So I don't have a top for this. You got to improvise. This pan is the same size. So I'm just gonna cover. I'm gonna cover it with the pan, and that's gonna be that. Okay, let me clean up a little bit. I'm gonna move us to the other countertop because we are going to make our tea together. So let's move you all over here. This is where I like to make drinks. You can still see the food cooking. There we go. I'm gonna cut on the light behind me so you can see me better. And we are about to make our tea. Let's get some content creator lighting going. Let's turn the brightness up so you can see me nice. And okay, so for the tea, which is our drink, let me put on the timer. 25 minutes. So the timer's on. Now, oh, y'all can see me really nice. This lighting is excellent. Okay, so we are making the drink. The drink for this month is peach honey sweet tea. Peach honey sweet tea. I bought all the ingredients. I need to clean the fruits. So I'll make sure I clean that. Um, it's asking for 4 cups of water. So now the tea bags need to steep in the water. So I am going to think about how I want to do this. Let us get a pot. It's the easiest thing for me to do. Because I make kombucha. I brew my own kombucha. And if you've ever brewed kombucha, then you know that you have to have the exact measurements of sugar and the exact measurements of water and the exact measurements of everything. And so I want to make sure I have the measurements, and it's 4 cups of water in the um, and you need to steep the tea bags in it. Black tea, by the way. So I have black tea. I'm going to grab that. And I'm grabbing my measuring cup, which I need to clean clearly because I was using it. And I have a whisk in it right now. And so let's clean this out. All right. We need 4 cups of water. 4 cups of hot ass water. This is boiling water. So 4 cups. And it says the tea bags, which I need 4 of, needs to steep in it. So let's go ahead and get our 4 cups of boiling ass water. Let me look. Well, girl, that's too much. And actually, I don't want to make some teeny amount. So we're gonna do more because duh. Let's double it. Let's double it. Because I want to make sure I have enough for everybody. Oh, I was wondering where you went. Well, the chicken is now cooking, so we are making Sunday smothered chicken. The chicken is now on a step where it's cooking for 30 minutes. So I decided to move on to the drink. The drink of the month in the club is peach honey sweet tea. So we're making that. And right now it says that the tea bags have to steep for a few minutes. So I'm making sure that I do that part. And I have these kind of tea bags, so they're just gonna sit in there. I'm somebody who I brew my own kombucha, and kombucha starts from tea as well and sugar. So I'm very particular about the measurements of things because you have to be with something like that. I'm gonna get these spoons to make sure. And in fact, I don't think I'm doing enough because it's a bunch of us. So I'm gonna do another 8 cups. Make sure I'm measuring right. You gotta make sure you're making enough for you, right? But I'm making this for other people. So I want to make sure I have enough for everyone. Okay. Just remember that for every cup, you need another tea bag. So I just added 8 cups. So I need 8 tea bags. And these tea bags have this brand comes because I normally am just brewing it for kombucha. They come to a cluster. I'm excited to make the tea too. So what's funny, I am from South Carolina. I've been living in Georgia the longest in my life, and I do not drink sweet tea. It's a very southern thing, but I never liked tea. I was always a lemonade, which is also a very southern person thing to love. I was always the lemonade person. So it says let it steep for 5 to 7 minutes. So I'm gonna put on a separate timer for that. Let's do okay. I need something to count for me. Let me see. What do I have that I can use? Because I'm on my phone. Let me see what time is it. 1:26 at 1:31. We'll take this out. I'm gonna use this cute little picture that I got a long time ago for from Anthropology. So yes, it was overpriced. Our overpriced picture because it's so cute. And I also make a sangria because we like to drink in our family. So I make the sangria. So we're also gonna have that. This is gonna be just like the casual drink. Get this hot ass tea kettle off my countertop. And then let's go ahead and prep everything else while we're doing that. So I need to, so what you also obviously need, oh, wait a minute, in a saucepan, slice peaches with a half a cup of water and simmer for 8 to 10 minutes until peaches are soft and syrupy. Oh, we about to really be drinking a little something. We're making our own peach syrup. By the way, once I'm curating, so I don't look at the process of cooking it. I just look at what the recipe is, and it's based on what the season is and what we're making. So I am also always getting to see the stuff for the first time, like to fully cook it with you all. I did not know we were making our own peach syrup. Shit, it's gonna be quick. Okay, so it says combine the sliced peaches. How many sliced peaches did it ask for? Two ripe peaches sliced, or 1 cup of peach nectar. Okay. Well, I did get two big ass peaches. I'm in Georgia, so you know we got peaches. Got our peaches. I don't like nasty things, so obviously I'm going to clean my fruit as one should. I get that it's going to be seared in the pan. I be seeing people eat fruits and it be still having the sticker, and I'm like, you ain't clean that fruit. Trifling. Um, Normally I would clean it with vinegar. Um, but I have a fruit spray that I'm going to use today. It's faster. I have this fruit and vegetable wash, if you can see it. I'm going to spray it. It has to sit on for like a minute, and then you have to clean it off. I'm going to do that real quick. I just hate fruit. I think fruits are gross. Not that I hate fruits to eat. I hate how nasty things are in the grocery store. You know, when you go to the grocery store, you see all those like fruit gnats flying around, and it's so doggone nasty. That's all I think about when I see fruits in the grocery store. So I'm letting it kind of marinate. I'm going to rub it in a little bit, and then I'm going to clean it off. So we got our fruits clean. Our chicken is cooking. I'm gonna get me a little cutting board for us. Since it's just fruit, we'll use this wooden cutting board because it won't do anything to us. I'm gonna move this out of the way so y'all can see. I bet people who have cooking shows be stressed out because I am stressed and I'm just cooking with y'all. And then it says to slice it. Just know that I don't be cutting fruits like this. You know, he just got that big ass pit, and this pit is already in this corner. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Okay. You cut it like this to get the peach off? We'll see. Come on, Peach. How much work do I have to do to get you off this pit? Ooh. My kid loves fruits, so I could only imagine him kind of being like, "Oh, can I have some?" I'd be trying to cook stuff, and he'd be like eating the stuff before I can cook it. I don't actually like peaches, just to make y'all laugh. I'm not from Georgia, but I do live here, and this is home for me. I'm not actually from here, so I don't like peaches. The reason I wanted to make this is because I really want to get into sweet tea. And I like to push myself to try new things. And that's what the club is really about, is you trying new things and doing stuff that's out of your comfort zone and learning new stuff. And I really wanted to. There is no seed. Have y'all ever seen something like that? It's just the spot where the seed goes, but there's no seed in there. I feel gypped. Like, are you cheating me out of my future peach trees? Because why isn't there? We actually had, so the post office that I go to, it had this tree outside, right, that had these green fruits on it. And I have this plant app that you can take pictures of plants and it'll tell you what the plant is. And I was wondering what it was. It was a peach tree. So it feels like a very Georgia thing to have your post office literally having a peach tree outside of it. It's also very beautiful how easily accessible some nature can be. Is this one don't have a pit either? Are these pitless? We be doing weird shit to fruits and vegetables because that is not normal for it to just have no seed. I hate when they be just doing shit to our produce because why wouldn't it have a seed? It's a peach. You ever seen the peach pit before? They're normally huge and like really cool looking. I don't know why I'm disappointed that it doesn't have a pit, but I am. I feel some type of way. I feel some type of way. They said my peaches, my peach pit. I should have gotten more than two peas. So I would recommend to get more than two peaches for your recipe so that you can have the cute peaches to float because it's asking you to cook them down. Do you put it in there after? Let me see. It says in a saucepan, put the sliced peaches with a half a cup of water and simmer for 8 to 10 minutes until peaches are soft and syrupy. Mash gently. So, yeah, you're mashing them. Then strain through a sieve. Pressing to extract all the juice. Discard the solids. Okay, so we are going to, I need, I want a few slivers of peach, like pretty, right? I want some of that for the meal. I meant for the drink. So I'm just going to steal that and maybe one more. I didn't know it was going to ask us to not keep the peach because I thought it just went in the drink, but this actually is going to be even more delicious. It's going to be good. I almost cut my finger open. Okay, so I'm going to keep these two things because also it's a lot of skin. And then the rest of it I'm going to cook. So it says in a saucepan. Um, this is, I guess, technically a saucepan. I'm supposed to put it with this and a half a cup of water. And I think these little bits should be floating around in there, right? This is enough peach to make a sauce. I think some of these little bits should just be floating about. Let me see. Like, how much juice is that really gonna make? So here's what I did. I put them in here, and then it says a half a cup of water. So let's go get us a half a cup of water. Actually, I can't measure like that. I need something that's actually a half a cup, which is this. Okay, I got a half a cup of water in here with the peaches. I don't want that in there. Okay, half a cup of water. I put it in here. It says saucepan. And it says to do this for 8 to 10 minutes. So I'm letting that do its thizzle. It is past the time for our tea to be steeping, so we're good on tea steeping. So what I normally do with tea bags is I'll get like a tong because you know it's hot, and I'll like squish all of the excess tea out. Like see, like that. Oh, it's gonna be gooder than a mug. I don't like to waste any tea. Okay. I'm so used to tea processes because of brewing kombucha at home. So everything is involving tea and sugar and stuff. And I don't like to waste any of my product. I want every bit of tea. It's black tea, so it is very dark. I just got the Publix brand because it comes with a billion teas bags, and you need a lot of tea to brew kombucha. And you kind of got to brew it like every 2, 3 weeks. So you go through a lot of tea. This is black tea to make it. All right, last set. Remember, I had to do way more. I had to do 16 because I wanted to make enough for a family. Okay, so it says combine the brewed sweet tea with the peach syrup and some extra water. Oh, okay, it says 4 cups of cold water. That's what you do at the end. So here is our thing. I don't like cabinet in my drink thing, so we rinse it. The peaches are cooking. 4 cups of water will make it be a little bit more, but this is not looking like enough. Look at that. Ain't enough. I don't even know if it's gonna be good. Should I make more? Probably. This isn't enough tea. But now I'm worried I don't have enough peaches. How you all are making it is definitely for you to have it. My concern is if people are gonna want to taste this, this isn't gonna be a lot. I'm gonna mix some more. So remember, I still have boiling water. I'm gonna go with probably 8 more. Okay. Which means I need 8 tea bags. So I'm gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one has 2, so that's my 8. Plus, I have to wait for this stuff anyway. Okay. I hear the peaches. So it's doing that with the peaches. I'm also gonna put a little bit more water in that. I need a little bit more extra. So I'm letting that do that stuff. And then the directions that I've looked at 57 times. 4 tea bags, boiling water, 3 to 4 tablespoons of honey. When do you put the honey in? When is the honey going? Wait, what? Oh, the honey you just get to use to taste. While tea is still warm, stir in the honey and sugar if using. Girl, it tells you when to do it. I'm not even looking. Okay, needed the honey. So I'm like, how did I not include damn honey directions? Okay, so here's the honey. It says 3 to 4 tablespoons of honey. I don't have that much honey left in here. So I'm pouring in this honey. Let me move this out the way. Let it sleep. We are putting in the honey. I already bought more honey, so I knew I was gonna run out. I knew I was making this recipe today. Let's just go ahead and open this top. Don't give me all my honey. Give me my money's worth of honey. I done spilled it all on the side. So let's drag that down. This shit about to be good. It says also add your sugar as you want. We want sweet tea. This is a southern home. So that is boiling aggressively. Let me turn it down. My mom is trying to FaceTime me. We've ignored her call. But Chachi's not on this live. Normally she would just be on the live. She'll call my kids soon. Okay, the honey did dissolve. I do want sugar, so I'm gonna grab the sugar. Here is the sugar. And then let's go. It says sugar to taste. I taste with the spirit of the Lord. Tasting with the spirit. And the Lord says that this is how much I want to add to it. Now I do know that me and my friend agree we need exact measurements. What it says though for sugar is 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Just so you know, there is a measurement for the honey and the sugar, even though you saw me just doing what the spirit led me to do. It does tell you exactly how much to use. Cause I was a Kool-Aid kid growing up. And we were never measuring that shit. We were just pouring sugar in. I do need to record this as content though. So let me grab my camera and let it record this. Okay. So where did I do with the spoon that fast? We think. Oh, it's in here. Okay. So now for the peaches, I'm gonna take y'all over to the peaches. It says simmer for 8 to 10 minutes until peaches are soft and syrupy, and then mash, and then we're gonna strain it. So let's go and mash our peaches. Let's get the peaches going because you can hear it bubbling to death. So we'll put you here. I know this is in your way. I'm moving this. I know you're in my hip. I haven't forgotten about you. I'm just trying to get a spot cleared for everybody. Okay. Got our little bowl that I don't want to lose. All right. Let's have you here. Okay, so right now, what is boiling are the peaches. And y'all all have a good view. I am going to use the same spoon that I've been using to stir the honey. Surprisingly, these peaches are not soft yet. Some of them are not soft, some of them are, but not soft enough to smash. I am going to start smashing what can be smashed. This looks beautiful. Do y'all see that? Look how beautiful. Okay, I am going to start smashing what can be smashed. Do I have a smasher thingy? I don't know. Maybe I do. Hold on. Ooh. I know this is a meat tenderizer, but it's giving. Let's use this for smashing. My mom was just trying to FaceTime me, but she knew I was going live, so she needs to just come over. My parents live like 20 minutes, and they're also coming with my in-laws, like coming over too. I'm like, girl, if you don't just get over here. Okay. All right. Let's see how our chicken's looking. It don't look like it's cooking at all. I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit. I don't like how it doesn't look like it's cooking, especially considering that it's saying that it's almost been the time. It's not doing anything. The pan is hot, but this is not enough. Yeah, I would say I would not leave it on such a low temperature because it doesn't look like it cooked at all. I'm gonna let this stay in a little bit longer. So let me change this. Cancel that timer. Let's do 15 more minutes. That was not enough time. Okay. I don't know how to use some of the settings on my stove because it says low, but it says low in so many places. Okay, this is starting to get soft. It says low a few times, and I think its version of low just now was not doing anything. So I am cutting it up, and now I hear it making noise in there. So we'll have a little bit longer on the chicken, but we'll finish these peaches first. They are getting very soft and they're able to be smashed. This is really cool. This is going to be so damn good. Right now, we are prepping to make peach honey sweet tea. For those of you who are just joining, peach honey sweet tea. I am smashing up my peaches, which is part of the way to make the peach syrup that you need for your sweet tea. I don't have a sieve, but I have, funnely things. So I'll just use that because, like I said, I do make kombucha, and with kombucha, you have fresh fruits too, and you don't want it to get in stuff. This shit's cool. I've never done anything like this before. I've never boiled fruits for anything. I'm really excited about it. It doesn't look like a syrup, though. So I'm gonna let it do its thing a little bit longer. The chicken is definitely doing something now. So let's peek in here. Yeah, it needed to be, it needed somebody to do something to it. That wasn't enough. You don't want no raw chicken embarrassing my family. Embarrassing me in front of my family. I was gonna have them eating some raw chicken, y'all. Okay. That means that I'm gonna let that boil a little bit more. What I'm about to do right now is get our the extra tea that I got. Turn y'all where y'all can see me. I'm gonna get the extra tea and put it in here. So I'm taking a tea bag out. Squeezing the excess tea. I need to go and get the new honey. We need more honey. So the extra tea. And then I need extra honey, which is here. And some extra. And then I need this spoon that I've been using for the peaches. So put extra honey in. I'm measuring with the Lord's eye, meaning I'm not measuring at all. With the Lord's eye. Moving this so that's not in the camera. Gotta get better at content creation. All right, that's enough of that. And I'm gonna put a little bit more sugar. Because it's supposed to be sweet tea. All right, it's mixing nicely. I don't see any chunks of honey just sitting in there. Okay, sugar is mixed. I'm gonna cover this up while we're waiting. And let's finish out our peaches so we can see our drink. So there are the peaches. They are clearly smushed and soft. I'm smashing it with the spoon now, and it's very easy to smash. It's pretty much obliterated. I'm getting all of the meat out of it though. I want everything. So I'm smushing it up like against the side of the saucepan. For someone who don't like peaches, I sure am getting every ounce of peach out of here because give me my money's worth. Okay, this is good. It only had to be in there for 8 to 10 minutes. So let's go back over here and finish this up. Let's finish up our tea. Put you there. I think my parents are walking in. They are. Hi. Hi. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm recording my content. I'm finishing it. I know when you didn't answer. I know. I was like, am I
She
mom?
need
No.
anything. I was trying to see if you needed anything.
Not right this second.
Yeah,
Okay, so
we don't
we-
take it down.
What?
I ain't going back to no store.
Wow, mom.
Oh, whatever.
Betrayal. Okay. And what I'm gonna use to get the peaches separated is this thing because I have it from the kombucha stuff that I made. So it automatically has this, so it'll let juice through, but it will stop the peaches. So let's see if that works. These holes might be a little too small, so it might not work. I'm gonna cry. Oh no, it's working. We have success. Let me swivel this around so there's no peaches here. Oh yeah, this is working. My mom watching like she watching TV. You're like,
Interesting.
right?
Uh-huh.
The chicken's cooking. It smells good.
No, it does. Smells amazing. I would start cleaning up, but then I'll be in your video.
You will, yeah. And you'll be like, oh, you got me in that video.
Oh, I won't care.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna show to cover everything different.
Okay, so I got the first bit of peaches in there. I'm gonna dump this one in the sink. And then get the next batch.
You need my assistance.
Not right now, I don't think. I think I'm good. Thanks for asking.
I need to clean up your food that you don't use no more.
No,
Okay.
I'm mostly still using everything actually. All right, y'all. I'm making the last little pour because I'm impatient. And this thing is getting hot because it's metal. Wasn't the smartest idea to do what I just did. Okay, there we go. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Ooh, it's hot.
This is interesting.
Peach honey sweet tea.
Ooh.
So now you can taste it, Mom, before you make yours. My mom's in the club too. I know she didn't make the recipe yet.
No.
I gotta scoop out some of these peaches. Doing too much.
What are you gonna do with the peaches? Get rid of them?
You get rid of the solids, yeah. Okay. So you had to like soften up the peaches and then put them in here, and it makes like a little peach syrup. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little too carried away, y'all, with scooping too much in here, so I have to do scoop some out so I can get the rest of the stuff.
Rest of the juice.
Mm-hmm.
I guess John found Liam.
Yeah, he was in my office. Liam.
Mm-hmm. Where Lenny go?
Upstairs. You can't be chit chatting with me. My mom's like, hey, where's your husband? Trying to get all my juice out. Okay. Says I got everything, but I don't think so. All right, and then the next step was that you just add in the extra water. It has to be cold water, and you need 3 cups of the water. So I am grabbing my recipe card to confirm though. It says how many cups? No, 4 cups of cold water. So here's my measuring cup. I'm gonna get cold water. And of course, I added extra to the recipe, so I also need to then add extra to the water. That's what I'm doing now. Okay, that's it for the tea. I will taste it. I am going to, for garnish, just to also keep the flavor, is go ahead and put the peaches that I kept, like I said I would, inside.
So cute.
All the tea bags. Okay, so let's taste it. I'm gonna get me a cup of ice and let's see how it tastes. I'm very excited to taste this. Let me make sure I didn't miss any steps. You know how nerve-wracking it is. Yeah, that's it.
Say that one.
Yeah, there's no other steps. My mom is participating. Okay, let's taste the peach honey sweet tea. I don't know, like I told you, I don't want to be drinking sweet tea like that, but I like to be adventurous. This club is making me do other stuff. Let's see. Mm,
Let me taste it.
I feel like it needs to be a little bit sweeter. Yeah, my mom wants to taste this. You want to taste this?
Mm-hmm.
You got to come on camera and taste it. My mom's going to taste it for me. Does it taste like sweet tea?
Hi, club members. I'm a club member
You
too.
got to get all the way over here. I have 2 cameras on.
Hi, club member.
Let me drink this tea. You smell good.
Jesus. I
Smell
know.
really good.
Honey vanilla.
Mm.
Oh, love.
It's good, right? Is it sweet enough? Because you actually drink
It's
sweet tea.
definitely sweet enough, and I just had like a Jolly Rancher, and I still taste the
Okay,
sweetness.
because I know you and Daddy drink sweet tea. I don't drink sweet tea when I go out.
Can I have this?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, so that was a success. She's hopefully not lying, but she wouldn't lie. She's from New
Not
York. She would just be like, "This isn't it."
I'll say.
You sure?
Don't need any more sugar.
No more sugar.
No more sugar.
I don't know how sweet tea's supposed to taste. Oh, Passion said, "Hey, mom."
Hey, girl.
Okay, so this was a success. It is good. There's no reason that I don't drink sweet tea. I don't think it's gross. I just think it tastes like tea.
Good.
And I also drink tea on a regular basis, so it didn't sound like something I would order at a restaurant. That's why I get lemonade. But for this to be a sweet tea, and I don't like peaches. It's not a overpowering taste of the peach.
Mm-mm.
It tastes like sweet tea is supposed to taste.
Mhm.
I would say because I changed the measurements that mine probably doesn't taste as peachy. It tastes like sweet tea is supposed to taste. Probably because I didn't have enough peaches for the measurements that I chose. Because again, I needed more for family to try it, which meant I would not have enough of the stuff to make the peach syrup as strong. So if you are going to make it for other people and not just yourself, I recommend you doubling/tripling like I was doing for all my other foods, but I just didn't do that for the drink because I wasn't prepared for that. And then I'm going to show you the pan so you guys can see the chicken before everything dies. My devices are working on dying. So I'm going to show y'all the food real quick. So here's how the chicken is looking, which looks just like the girl's picture, by the way. You can see why I wanted to cook it some more. So that's how it's looking. Let me turn it back. Put you back on the little holder. Let me show TikTok how it looks. There we go. So here's how the chicken is looking. Looking great, looking great. It smells very fragrant. You can smell the thyme and everything in there. So my timer says I have a minute left. I'm gonna make sure because I don't trust chicken just cooking and you're not doing anything to it.
Take chicken.
Okay, my mom said it doesn't take chicken long to cook. My mom does cook. uh, I'm not a cook, so I be stressed out about stuff. I'm gonna flip it over just one time to make sure I feel good about the other side. But yeah, this is the meal. I really appreciate y'all joining me. Like I said, the other things that I'm cooking personally for mine is green beans and rice, jasmine rice to go with mine. So I don't designate what I want you guys to have with it. In the recipe for the month in the club, what it says is it suggests you have it with, rice. But of course, and it suggests that you try a green vegetable. So I'm kind of just doing that. And those are the vegetables in the thing that I chose to do with mine. Otherwise, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna let y'all go so I can hang out with my parents and also start making the other things. But thank you all for joining. I will post the replay to Substack for anybody who missed it and wants to see it over there. But you have to subscribe on Substack to see the replay. And thank you all for hanging out with me. Bye.